Alright guys, this is Skinless from the Alliance Guardians. Today we're going to be looking at the fleet CMs and the little known trick. Should be well known, but it's not as well known as we would think, on how to properly take a new mechanic in the game and take your fleet to the next level and really give yourself a chance to truly be able to have a real shot at the combat missions that we have. So first thing to do is we're going to look at details here. This is going to be the easiest way to first identify what we're talking about. Now this is formations. For formations, it's got multiple levels because it's done through platoons in phase 1, and these will carry through to all 4 phases of your territory battle. So level 1, the allied capital ship gains 2 abilities, assault formation and defense formation. Allied ship starts in defense formation. So what that's stating is that no matter what, as long as you fill one set of or enough for one bonus, so you need 2 full platoons to get a bonus. So level 1 is 2 platoon zones, level 2 is 4 platoon zones, and level 3 is all 6. Now what this actually is you have, let's go ahead and actually talk about defense formation first, since all the allied ships start in defense. So immediately from the beginning, until a new formation is issued, allied tanks taunt at the start of each turn if they don't already have it. The ship takes a bonus turn without reducing its cooldowns. The ship starts on a cooldown and shares a cooldown with assault formation with a cooldown too. So essentially what the cooldown thereof too is stating that you can select a new formation every 2. So you start off with your defense formation, but it does have starting on a cooldown, so you cannot switch immediately to an assault formation. So this is going to be important in the mission. Assault formation is going to be where you reduce allied non-capital ships cooldowns by 2, and they gain 50% turn meter. This ship takes a bonus turn without reducing its cooldowns. This ability starts on a cooldown and shares a cooldown with defensive formation. So again, they work in tandem, so you can swap back and forth. So you get some bonuses to begin with, and then if you take your platoons to level 4 or level 2 with 4 platoons, you add to the defense formation. Allied non-capital ships recover 25% of their max health and all of their protection. This is massive for when your ships are being torn apart. You're able to go to a defense formation and recover a lot of things without having to pull a reinforcement in. For level 3, having all of your platoons filled and they're in phase 1 fleet, you add the extra damage, so you get 100% more damage out when you're in that assault formation, which can be drastically, I mean, depending on what level your ships are, if you have relic pirate pilots, this can be a huge advantage. So now you've kind of looked at it here, let's go ahead and see where you can tell in game. So if you are taking a look to see where your guild is, if you just don't know off the top of your head, you can go back to phase 1 and go into your platoons, and right here it's going to state that we have level 2. So if you're in Guardians watching this, the allied capital ship gains the 2 abilities, and we also get the additional benefits that I mentioned there before for defense. So if you guys will get your BTLs up, we can make sure we get ourselves our assault up and going. So hint hint. All right, so let's go ahead and actually take a look at what this looks like in game. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the fleet section here, and we're going to get ready to actually take a look at doing the CM here. So I'm going to go ahead and go into battle, and with the because we start in defense formation, I do recommend starting off with at least 2 tanks. If you start off with 3, then it's going to be just as if you had any ships out there, because they're going to be taunting essentially, and you can keep an offensive ship there to still do some damage, and we're going to kind of see how that works there. This is one that I do recommend using here. This is line up here. I do have the Negotiator. These abilities work with any capital ships, so you could do it with the Home 1 fleet, you can do it with an Endurance lead, The only thing that I'm going to be doing here a little bit differently is because we are going to go more for the combat mission than we are for the special mission for the extra points for wins. I am going to pull Anakin's ETA for this to have it starting out at the beginning there. So let's go ahead and jump into battle. My ships are not the greatest, I will say off the bat. They are decent, but they are not nearly the best, so I may not actually win, but what's important is that we can kind of show you how you can understand it and how you can take it to the next level and how you can be successful with this. So right now you can tell they're in defense formation because they have the blue icons right above them showing the defensive mark. There's going to be a different marking for the assault. So when you're in defense, you are not going to be wanting to use your specials or your extra power bonuses and whatnot. We're going to be using basics. Look, we can only use a basic right now anyway, and kind of going and getting our ships set to survive essentially. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of start putting out the buffs, getting everybody to survive and make it through a little bit. Just that didn't work so well. So see, my ships need lots of love, but what this looks like here right off the bat is, let's see, so we're gonna go ahead and just keep on a truck in here. And so the icons here on the right side of the screen near the bottom are going to be your different formations and how you swap them. So if we were to be looking at the orange one here, this is going to be your assault formation, and again it's on that cooldown of 2. I still need to go 1 more to be able to use it, and we can reduce the cooldowns and get ourselves into a mode where we'd be able to be a little bit better off. And essentially this is where you actually start attacking. Once you go into assault formation, that's where you're going to start bringing out your heavy guns. That's where I bring out Ahsoka, and I really let ATA shine and do what he needs to do, is because they're going to be hitting so much harder and take down these enemy fleets. So in the event though you're in the assault formation, and then you can actually still, I believe, select the defense once again, or select it again if you need to continue on with bonuses. So if I were to click on the defense, it's actually going to show you that we've recovered the 25% max health and all of their protection until it's selected there. So it just revitalizes your entire fleet here. So let's go ahead and pull out a reinforcement. I'm gonna go ahead and call in Plo Koon to get the extra health of protection right now, just to try to necessarily survive per se right off the bat, just to kind of get us a little bit in. So now they've gone into assault formation. We can already see that there with those fancy little triangles. That means that we're not in a good spot. So again, if you have better ships than I do, then you are going to be getting a lot farther than I am right now. But now at least you get the chance to see what happens when we do change formations. So I'm going to go ahead and select the assault, and now I get all this extra bonuses, and we can kind of start seeing where we're going to start doing some extra damage and start taking everybody out. And if I were lucky, I would have had more ships out, and I would have figured out how to get my Galactic Republic earlier. So if you actually have a relic Anakin, you'd be doing a lot better there. But this at least shows you what to do, what the mechanic is, and how you can use it to your advantage. And that's really what we're looking for, to make sure that you can get the most out of your fleet. So I hope that you have appreciated seeing this and understand a little more about what the mechanics are, so that you can be more successful going on in the future. And as always, I appreciate you all taking a moment to watch the video, liking if you like the video, subscribe if you choose to want to follow everything else, and as always, Skinless is out.